Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be using Procreate. It's pretty similar to Chrome Canvas, but much more fancy. But I think that you're going to be able to figure out how to adjust this to the platform that you are using for our drawing challenge. Remember, these are going to be what I submit and create something really cool to share with our family, so I want to make sure we are showing everything we know. I want you to pay attention to how I use my layers today, because it's going to be really helpful for you to make sure your work is neat, clean, and clear. Okay? So, first things first, I'm going to paper shop. I want you to imagine that you are paper shopping. So I want to go and make sure I'm on the correct layer. In Procreate, you have a background layer. For you, you know exactly how to change your color. What's cool about Procreate is I can kind of drag and play and see what I want to do. You can do that as well. And now you should be thinking of a specific place. Our question is, what do you like to celebrate with your family, and how do you celebrate with your family? So the holidays are coming up, great inspiration, and I celebrate Christmas with them. You may or you may not, totally fine, it's up to you. So I'm going to think first, where do I celebrate? We celebrated my living room, in my parents' living room. Really simple. Who is there? How many people? Right? You have to think about how many people you're going to draw and how you're going to fit them into this composition, right? It's usually just me, my mom, my dad, my godmother. It's like 5 or 6 of us, not that many people, but I might choose to focus on only 3, right? Not a huge composition to work in. So we have the who, and then the what? What are you doing? We hang out by the fire. My mom has a fake fireplace, it's pretty cool. And we listen to lots of music, lots of Beatles music, and we kind of just goof around. All right, so with that being said, I'm thinking of my living room, okay? And I'm going to think first of like the wall. And the walls in my parents' living room have always been this kind of like orangey sunset color, just like that. Okay, so that's my background layer. This is the wall. But now I'm thinking, I also have to put in the foreground. Everybody say foreground. Foreground is what is in the front. All right, so for me, it's going to be what we're standing on, which is the rug. So I'm not going to just draw right on top of here. I'm going to do this on the first layer, and I'm going to rename this layer rug. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm going to think of the color of the rug. Actually, it used to be a rug. Now it's wood floor. And now here's where you can get fancy. Here in Procreate, we have the brush library. You have your textures over here. And I have something really similar to you where I can also get different kinds of drawing textures. So here I have oil pastel, soft pastel. And you know what? I'm going to go for an old holiday memory. So I'm going to use a pastel because I think that captures the texture better. Then I gotta pick my color. So the rug was kind of, my goodness, I haven't thought about this rug in so long. A dark rug. Okay. And now here's where I adjust the size, and here's opacity. So can we see through it, or is it really dark? So I'm going to use about 8%. And really easy. I'm just going to go back and forth. Right. And I can make it bigger too. I can make mine more direct, just like that. And I can overlap to change the texture until you're happy. You can also think, do I want to overlap with a complementary color, something that's going to make it pop? What's cool about this is you can think of the opposite. Whatever is opposite something in the color wheel, it means it's its complementary color. Just an FYI. I'm going to add a little bit of a highlight, and I'm going to lower the opacity actually. See what that does. Not much. Not much. Actually, I'm going to pump it up with a little bit of a dark color underneath. Pump it up. Just want to have this like cool rug texture. All right, remember you don't just have to use one color for everything. All right, artist blends, we overlap, we layer. Okay, and now this is really messy. This is not how the rug would actually look. Let's see if I can really focus. Oh, ta-da. There we go. This isn't actually how the rug would look. There wouldn't be all of these things creeping up. So now, this is what's cool about using a different layer. I can just go in with my eraser and clean it up. Look how beautiful, neat, and clean that is now. Bam! So that's one whole layer. Now I'm going to start to think about the walls. What are on the walls? Is there a texture to the walls? Is there a wallpaper? Let's imagine that there's a really nifty wallpaper. I'm going to make sure I have the right texture I want. I'm going to be a little fancy. Sorry, y'all. Don't get too jealous with the textures I use just because I can. Because I'm an artist too. I like to be creative. And I'm going to think of like this cool stripy texture. Ooh, I don't like that as much. So I'm going to make it bigger and I'm going to make it darker. I'm going to do this like interesting wall pattern. Let's imagine we used to have this really cool wallpaper. So I'm doing my best to think about it. I had like all of these natural colors in there, lots of earthy tones. Okay, and then I'm on another layer. I'm gonna rename it, that way we know what it is. I'm gonna say wall paper. Okay. Same thing as before, y'all. Look at that. It's not erasing anything underneath. That's exactly what I want. Isn't she beautiful? Stick with me, friends. Apologies for that many times. The color changes. Voila! Okay, so now another layer. Probably like, whoa, these layers are crazy. Yes, they are, but they help you. Now, we gotta start adding in some... The tree is really important for me. I'm gonna go everything that's in the background first. Okay. Oh my gosh, my mom's tree is insane. It's changed a lot over the years, but I'm gonna pay homage to the craziest tree we ever had, and it was huge. And it's always in the corner of the room, so the tree's gonna be over here. And now, again, think about what texture might work for what you're doing. Think about how opacity can help you. Everywhere I overlap, it's getting a little bit, what? Darker. And that helps me. That's like automatic shading, y'all. I don't have to do any of that. Oh my gosh. What? And then I can go in with another color. This is where you get like super fancy. It's where you really impress people. Is the little details that you're paying attention to. Okay. And if I don't like that, I can change it. Add a little bit of like a different texture on top. Can you find a texture that will help you when you're making yours of whatever you celebrate? Could be a birthday party, you know? What do you celebrate? Doesn't have to just be Christmas. Could it be your F&P test? Could it be, graduating, moving up another year, just making it to Friday? Any reason to celebrate these days? Sorry, y'all. And here now I want to make this skirt, the tree skirt. Whoa! I don't like that. I didn't know it would do that. Sorry, y'all. Let's do this. Actually, let's get fancy. Tree skirt, skirt. And now I'm going to take this layer. And I want to take this layer. I don't know why it's not working. Ta-da! And then look what I just did. I reversed it. So now this layer is underneath the tree. I don't like it at all. Okay, what happens if I use a pastel? Let's add some texture. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. I just want to be right there. That holiday red. Oh no, y'all. Look, what did I do? I made a mistake. So what do? Freak out? No. I just go back. Make sure you're on the right layer. I was wondering. Haha! Now you see how that's different? Now it's showing up under the tree. Okay? Now over it. Have it look like it's like glowing under the tree. I'm going to add a little bit of a darker color too, because it would be darker wherever there's shadow, right? And then if I want like a really clean line, I can literally just trace around it, right? Okay. And now, most important, people. You gotta start adding people, y'all. So the first things first, we start with the skeleton. Or Skeleton 5, as I accidentally wrote. I'm just gonna go with it, y'all. And I'm gonna pick. We don't have time for this. First, you gotta find skin tones. Okay? Find a skin tone. You can use your hand to see what matches, right? Let's see. My father is Puerto Rican, and he has an kind of like an olive complexion. He gets really dark in the summer. All right, I'm gonna go this. Okay. And now this is just the skeleton, right? So what would my dad be doing? Oh my gosh, my dad would probably be giving out a gift. So I'm gonna sketch in the head. Can't really see this color so much. I can switch to something darker. I would suggest you do like a skin tone. We have the shoulders. If his arms are giving something, they might be like this. His hips. Probably be walking. Woo! One really cool thing about Procreate is all you have to do is the double tap to go back. I love that. Don't get too jealous about that. Where the ovals are really simple. And then I'm going to add myself. I would probably be sitting cross-legged next to the tree. Add myself. I don't know what it is. My whole life I like always just prefer to sit on the floor. Remember, you can have people pose for you too to help you see like, what are your legs doing when you're sitting cross-legged? I don't know. Okay. So it looks like I'm just fitting us two in this one. That's okay. And then I'm going to do another layer. What do you think I'm going to call this one? Haha, I wonder if you got it. Another cool thing about Procreate is when you hover over the color, it automatically remembers it for you and gives you that color. Really, really cool. But you can always add your skin tones to your palette. So that way you have it really quick and you can keep going back and not having to find it. I'm going to use, what texture will you use for your people? I'm going to use this round brush and see if I like it. Oh, I do. And what's cool, I'm like plugging Procreate so much, but Another thing that's cool about Procreate is it really reads the pressure of your stylus just like a real pencil. Don't forget the neck. So think about all the things that you need the skin tone for. You're just tracing over, right? And then I'm going to go with myself. Let's see. A little bit more over here. Okay. Put myself in front of the tree. In front of the tree. Hanging out in front of the tree. Oh man, I could have been less messy. All right, and then thinking about clothing. All that fun stuff. I feel like my dad only wears these sweaters that I bought him like years ago for the holidays, on the holidays. But again, think about texture. What is the texture of the clothing? You know, I'm using the same one I use for the body, but you don't have to do that. If it's something that is woven, you might use more of like a texture like this. If it's something that's shiny, is there a texture that's better for that, right? Think before you make. Because those are the details that really impress people. It shows that you're paying attention. Like imagine showing your family something you made and they're like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what sweater that is. And he's always wearing jeans. Jeans or sweatpants are kind of the go-to. So same thing, just going over it. All right, building mass as you go. See why the skeleton is so helpful? It's even easier to do it drawing digitally. Sneakers. I don't know, I'm just getting black shoes because it's easy. Or navy. Remember, you don't always have to use black for the darkest color. Try using navy too. That could be cool. You can also change the opacity. I can kind of go over this and add like some shadows to the inside. I can add some shadow to like where I know there would be some, right? And then for me, oh my gosh, what would I be wearing? What am I gonna wear? It's coming up. I should know. I'm gonna put pink because why not? Let's just do it. I don't really have an ugly holiday sweater. I don't really have anything like that. Okay, so again, thinking about what it is. Just filling it in. Let's pretend this is puffy sleeves. Like I'm a princess. Like I'm a holiday princess. Oh, I love it. I'm talking to myself, y'all. And I'm laughing at myself. I hope you laugh with me at home. Because I feel ridiculous. Okay. And then the same thing. Now, actually, when you're cross-legged, it's kind of like one foot's kind of tucked under the other, right? And that's fine. Now, I need my skin tone for the hands. If you save yours to your palette, you should be able to just click. Put in those hands. Look at how easy it is. Oh, you know, maybe over the holiday, you teach your family how to make a digital drawing. And you can draw together. That would make my dreams come true. That's my holiday wish, y'all. All I want for Christmas is my students to teach their parents. Sound good? Deal? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have shoes that match my dad's because you're only gonna see like a little bit of it anyway. The other foot behind the other one. Okay. Add some shadow. Right. Is there a design? I could always overlap too with some texture. Maybe I'm doing a little. Why does it do that? Do y'all talk to yourselves when you draw too? Look at all these cool different things I can pick. See, what does that do? Oh, no, definitely not. I want a texture. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. All right, so you might notice, whoo, I still see those pencil lines. Guess what? Go to the skeleton layer and erase. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean your drawings up. I said, clean your drawings up. Clean your drawings up. And then, if you want, do the other layer for people, details. Right? And then now is when I can start thinking about things like the hair. Oh no. What will I use for the hair? I don't know. Flat brush, one acrylic, let's see. Hey. Hey. Right, so right now my hair is like this weird blue, so I'm just like kind of look like the girl from The Ring. Wow. Kind of too much hair going on for me. But again, that was silly of me. I could have just done that. Right? Yeah. Okay, maybe my hair is like your eraser tool can totally be your friend of like giving you the control of things you want. You just have to be good at and comfortable with using it. Okay, and then this is also where you can start sketching out faces. Remember, please do not draw dot, 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 and then smile. Like, we're fourth grade artists. We've done observational drawing. This is where you should be really showing what you know. So it's the same thing when you're drawing a person. Your eyes are actually, well, we could do this too. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 2, 3. So like your eyes are actually in the middle of your face. Whoa, brain, mind blown. Right? You don't just have a dot, you have an iris and you have a pupil. Your nose actually, this looks kind of scary, y'all. Sorry, don't worry. You can make it better. I also I used blue. I wouldn't draw the face using blue, but you can do that if you want. But not my best decision. I would go, it usually helps to do it in like a skin tone. But it's too late for me. You have time, children. Eyebrows. Now we're thinking about emotions, right? So what is your face doing? How are you feeling when you're celebrating with your family? I'm having a good old time. So I'm gonna be smiling. Okay? Now I've got basically all the face in, so I don't need that anymore, right? It's looking crazy. Yours are gonna look way better. So like I've never used some of these pencils before. I've never used. Wow. Remember, you have a top lip and you have a bottom lip. What's the chin doing? I can always go back down to the body and be like, actually, I need to add more. I need more neck and I need more face. How often do you say that? I need more neck and I need more face. You can also change the shape of the face. Everybody's face is a different shape. You can also make it a little darker, like where my hair is too, to show shadow. You can also choose to trace around. Tracing around can also really help you. And I'm sorry, y'all. Always make sure you're in the right layer. Your lips are always your skin tone plus some pink, just so you know. Unless you're really fancy and you're wearing lipstick or someone's wearing lipstick. I'm wearing lipstick. Remember, you can always draw something, clean it up, change it any way you want to. It's okay. It's totally up to you. Oh, see, I guess I did that in the wrong layer. Okay, so that's just some ideas of how you can block these things in. Remember, I can always go back to like the wallpaper. Like, oh, I forgot. An important detail was the fireplace. So I need to add in like the fireplace, or else what's the point? What's the point? What's the point of all of this then if I don't have the fireplace? Isn't that awesome how you just do it and it goes exactly where you want to go? Ugh. You would not be able to do this in the art studio unless you were making a collage. So just truly, truly, truly take advantage of this medium every way you can. You've all been working really, really hard, and you all amaze me every single day. And I want you to show what you know in these and really put your love and care in these. These are also about your families, for your families, really. So, make sure that you're making something you're proud of. Because I'm proud of you. Are you proud of you? All right. And then, like I said, it just like, you can work on these for hours and hours and hours as long as you get everything done on time. Okay? All right, so I cannot wait to see what you make. These are going to be great, super good. Don't forget to put your love and care into them, okay? Love you all so much. Bye.